guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Karina here with another video. So today's video is going to be on this look, and this is actually a frontal ponytail. And I know you can't tell because these look like my real baby hairs, but they're not. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, how you gotta put yourself together for the holidays, keep watching. So before we get into it, I want to show you guys what the products are that I'm using. So first up is the Janet Melt 13 by 5 invisible lace frontal. So it looks like this. It's only 10 inches. That was all that was available, unfortunately, at my hair store. Shout out to Canada. So I will be using this to make the ponytail or to make the frontal. And then from a ponytail standpoint, I think I'm gonna go with this Bloom Bundle Jerry Curl in a 30 inch in black. So it's basically, let me see if I can take it out. This type of curl. I was gonna do two to make it really full, but I think I'm just gonna pull it apart and try to make this bigger than it really is. But it's gonna be, I think, a slicked back ponytail, maybe with like a side part type. I don't know yet, but we're just gonna wing it as we go. So with that being said, let's get ready. All right, so here's the frontal straight out of the pack. So as you can see, it is pre-plucked a little bit, but I do go in and fix it up a little bit. So right here, you can't see it on camera, but I'm spraying it with the Ebon Lace Tint. Just so you guys know, I didn't bleach the knots, but I would recommend bleaching the knots up front. So here I'm just wiping off my face, making sure, any residue and any products are not, or any oils are not on my skin. And then I just proceed to kind of brush back all of my hair. As you guys can see, my forehead is quite large because my hair is receding, but I'm working on it, and that's why I like these frontals, because now it gives me the opportunity not to, have to play with the front of my hair. So anyways, pull back the hair, make sure everything is brushed back, get it into a ponytail, and then just place the frontal on and see how that fits and where you want it to lay. So here, as I mentioned, you'll see me kind of tweezing out a little bit more hairs. Nothing too crazy because overall it does come pre-plucked, but it was still a little bit full, so I kind of tweezed out a little bit, and that's basically what it looks like. So then I go ahead and I go in and I start to apply my bedhead spray. So as you can see, I try to keep it as far away from my forehead as possible, just because I don't want the frontal to be sticking anywhere near my hairline up at the top of my forehead. So then I try and I go ahead and I lay down the lace. So I do the method that everybody's doing. So when it comes to just, laying it down, tying it down, and then cutting the lace off. So I do want to tell you guys that here is where things fall apart, and I left this in here because I want to show you why I do not use this method. It just does not work for me. So I begin to cut off the lace, and things are going well right here. I was like, okay, like not too bad. And then slowly I start to see like the lace is sticking to parts of my face that it shouldn't be sticking to, which is leaving extra
lace on my face. So as you guys watch this, you'll see what's happening, and I'm just like, no, this is not for me. As I continue to cut up, especially right here, I think you guys will see it the most. You'll notice that the bedhead spray has come so far down and the lace is so far back that it leaves a lot of extra lace on my face. And then the problem becomes when I try to cut this piece off, and you have to lift the lace, it leaves this white residue. So I just watch, like it's just an absolute disaster, guys. I was like, no, this ain't it for me, dog. So I'm still trying to work it. Then I realized, what the F, there's this whole lace in the back that I didn't cut off because none of these influencers or YouTubers told me I needed to cut it off. So overall, I was just like, no, this is not it. I'm over it. Get this shit off my head. So here you see me peeling this off, and we're like, let's try round 2. So I go ahead and I wipe off all the residue, and I'm like, you know what? This is why you stick to what you know and stay in your lane, Karina. Just stay in it. So brushing everything back again, I reapply the bed head to my hairline, exactly how I did it before. But now what I do is I take the lace, I've cut off all the excess lace, and now I place it where I want it to be ingoing. And I think this just works so much better for me versus like that whole place it then cut the lace. Like, that might work for y'all, but not for me, not for this big head girl. So here you just see me laying it down, and then I tie it down again and leave it for about 10 minutes. So then I untie it, and as you can see, it looks way better than it looked before, so I'm really happy about that. But here I just go ahead and wipe off some of the extra residue, which is just so much easier to do with this method versus the other one. So I know it still looks a little bit crazy, still looks white. Bear with me, it all comes together. So here you see me pushing back the hair, just making sure everything is out of the way. And then I begin to part it because I wanted to do that side part as I mentioned earlier. So I go ahead and take my wax stick here, and I just make sure I put some product on, and I go and take my hot comb, and I just kind of work that in the direction that it needs to. So it was a little bit bumpy at the top, I will admit that. This frontal isn't, the hairs don't lie that flat, but nothing that a hot comb cannot fix. So one other thing to make sure is important, and you'll see me doing here, just make sure to part some of the hair. If you're going to do a side part like this, part some of the hair and make it go back to cover on top of your hair, just so that no lace is showing when you go ahead and put this into a ponytail. So then you'll see me kind of just running the hot comb through it again, and then I begin to work on the swoop. No, I don't. I tie it down first. Forgot about that. So after I tie it down, I take it out, you slowly start to see like things are now starting to melt together, not looking as white, which is great. So I then work on the swoop. I begin to put some mousse in the hair, and then I begin to brush it down to kind of really mold this into place. So one thing that's so important when you're doing the swoop ponytails, don't have gaps. Like, don't have holes in your bang. It just looks like your bang is thinning. So you'll see me do it countless times. Just rebrush the hair, make sure that there's no holes, your bang is not see-through. Okay. So then you slick it back, put everything into the ponytail, and that is when you can begin putting on the ponytail piece. To be honest, you could even wear the hair like this. I actually ended up wearing the hair like this for a few days after I filmed this, just because, I mean, why not? Everybody would think it's my hair anyways, right? So again, just working that bang, making sure there's no gaps. And then you will see me go ahead and grab that ponytail, and we're about to tie this up. So the first thing you'll do is take a bobby pin and pin the first piece of the track to your ponytail, and then you just begin to wrap the ponytail in a circular motion around your bun. So make sure that the hair that is out in the back is wrapped in a bun. You don't see it here, but I have wrapped it in a bun. And then you just continue to wrap and wrap and wrap the ponytail until you get to the end, and then you take another bobby pin and pin it again. So then what you see me doing here is kind of just separating out the ponytail itself. I don't like when it's so uniform. So I pull it apart, try to make it a little bit bigger, a little bit poofy, more realistic. And that's basically what you see me doing here. I will say that I did, from a frontal standpoint, I did want to go with either a kinky straight or a sorry, I totally just blanked, a water wave, so that it works better with the ponytail. But either way, this is still a look, and I'm not mad at it. So here you see me doing the baby hairs. I did want to do a little bit crazy, kind of like free form baby hairs, nothing too subtle. I wanted to be very extra with it. So you do see me do the swoop by the ear. I do everything that Tay taught us. So that's what you're seeing here. And finally, for once, the baby hairs actually came out correct on my video. Like, amen. So here I'm just taking more makeup of my Revolution P16 and kind of just touching up both the part so it looks a little bit larger, because I didn't bleach the knots and I didn't tweeze it. And then also just making sure, you know, it's blending flawlessly. And honestly, like, fix up that bang, no gaps. And that's really it, guys.
All right, and just like that, here is the final look. So I've obviously done my face as I was wrapping the hair and making sure it's tied down and in place. So just so you guys know, Rare Beauty on the skin, literally like 2 little lines, 3, 4 lines, and it literally does magic. It's like the best foundation in the world. I freaking love it. And then on the cheeks, you know, I got the Love again by Rare Beauty. It's the bomb, so natural on dark skin. Whew, she got me. On the eyes real quick, because I do get some questions, I'm using Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow by Stila. Looks like this, literally in the color Fairy Tale, $9.99 at Winners. Nothing serious. Use your fingers, done. So like this face was max 10 minutes. I kid you not. And then on the lips, standard NYX Cocoa lip liner with some NYX butter gloss in the color Creme Brulee. Nothing serious, nothing too serious. And that is the look. So, also shout out to my eyebrow lady, my new eyebrow lady, Angel Brows. She's done wonders on my eyebrows. I don't even have to put anything on them. They're just fabulous. But anyways, so this is the final look of the hair. So one thing I would say, I would recommend bleaching the frontal because you do see the knots, like to our eye, our trained hair eye, you can see the knots, but if you bleach this, this would be outstanding. But either way, like if you get in really close, you can see it does melt really well. It looks really flawless. There's a little bit of residue, just you'll see this, you've seen the struggle, but there's a little residue that I could potentially wipe off. But overall, it's really, really, it really melts well. Shout out to the Ebon Lace Tint because that is what kind of covered up most of the knots. And then I also used the Revolution makeup powder in P16 to kind of like blend that in really well. But overall, I really do like how well this melts for a store-bought frontal. Like, can we get into that? Like, come on, come on. Like, you can't even be mad. Like, it looks so good. So, like, honestly, like, I could probably part it down the middle and do another, like, a sleek look, like, whatever I wanted to. But I kind of want to show, like, a obnoxious baby hair thing on the side, which is why I went with this style. So that is the final look. I added this little beret that I got from like the hair store or something like that. I can't remember. And that's basically it. It's really a simple look. Really easy after you kind of get the hang of what to do. And again, like a really cute look for the holidays. And I'm really happy with the way it came out. I feel like this is gonna be like a thing for me. Like now that I nailed it, like oh my god. You're so happy. You're like, oh my god, stop. So this is it. This is it, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want me to try. Any other things that you have questions on that I may have missed. And I will see you guys on another one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.